Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. This is your bonus reading for June 2023. These are just going to be short Celtic crosses. I have a little bit of a time crunch this weekend, so I figured I would just do a simple Celtic cross. Also, I'm doing a giveaway this week, so I'm giving away 4 readings, maybe more, because I sometimes secretly give away more than I say that I'm going to. So all you have to do is leave a comment down below, and there's also a link in the pinned comment down below where you can sign up for the giveaway. And some people say they don't want to sign up, which is fine. If you don't want to sign up, then you can't enter the giveaway. So there you go. I feel like I'm not your mom. I shouldn't have to tell you this, but it's just that simple. You have the 5 of Cups here in your current general energies. And so, some of you, it's like, I feel like I want something better. Like, those are literally the words that are popping into my head. And I wasn't going to say that, but, I have a rule that I just say whatever pops into my head. So, that's not even necessarily what the 5 of Cups represents. He's normally crying over the spilt wine that's in front of him, and it represents the fact that he's lost his taste for wine. It's like something he once enjoyed, but it can no longer comfort him. It's something that brought him comfort, but wine isn't necessarily good for you, right? If you're drinking a bunch of boxed wine. So, what I would say here is that, he always needs to turn around and see what's behind him, because there's something better in those 2 cups behind him. So the card really represents gratitude and being grateful for what you do have. When that happens, he also sees that bridge and the castle. So he gets more than just the 2 cups behind him. He gets the bridge and the castle as well. And, for your crossing energy, you have the King of Cups. It's I feel like you need to be, by the way, here's the thing that I'm getting here for you, Capricorn. If you're having a hard time in work or business or career or even your love life as well, I feel like it's there needs to be a connection to what you're doing. And I kind of do feel this is saying, don't force yourself to feel a connection to something that you don't feel a connection to. It's sometimes I think I don't know, I'm super guilty of this. I come up with 900 business ideas a day. And and some of them I start and then I quit a lot of them, right? But at the same time, there came a point in my life where it's now I currently have several businesses and, that support me, ridiculously amounts and, support my lifestyle, which is amazing. But it's if I didn't have a bunch of failures, if I didn't, if I didn't have those moments where I started something that I was never going to finish, then I wouldn't be where I am. It's I had to learn that lesson. I don't know, that's popping into my head here with this King of Cups, where it's I think maybe you need to kind of look at these things that you start and never finish in your life. Could be relationships or businesses or whatever. And I feel like you need to look at them as happy little accidents, right? As just moments where you are having an experience that is meant to teach you a lesson. Again, I look at everything, I got to this point, where, sorry, I have something in my eye right now, but, I was hugging my dog, so it's probably a dog hair that's in my eye. But, regardless, what I would say is that, if I didn't have those experiences, I would have never learned. I had people in my life for years when I was younger, especially. I had a lot more business ideas then. And, I had multiple people. I remember this distinctly. I was 17 years old. I had 2 people in my life at least, who said, you're spinning your tires, you're wasting your time, because I was always coming up with ideas. But number 1, F those people. Because now I look like a friggin' genius to those 2. Number 2, what I would say is that I had to spin my tires. It wasn't wasting my time, And I don't know, I feel very passionate about this for you, Capricorn, because I feel like maybe some of you feel like you've wasted time on something, or, you feel like you just started something where there was no emotional investment, or where you thought you were going to be connected to it. And again, I'm not even talking about just love here. This could be a business. It could be your career or a decision that you made to, change your life in some way that didn't work out. And I feel like if you could just look at it and say, this was a happy little accident, and it's leading to big, I want you to have more of these things. I want you to have more of these experiences, because it changed my life. It's something that has totally changed my life. It's something nobody talks about. I'm literally starting a whole new channel about doing 10,000 experiments in a year, because that's what's changed my life, is just trying, a bunch of different things. And as crazy as it sounds, as much as people say you're spinning your tires, you're wasting your time, and all this other stuff. So, there you go. In the area of your thoughts, you have the King of Swords. King of Swords actually has a lot of knowledge and wisdom. So I feel like you're actually also in a very just position. I feel like you're your judgment is on fire right now. You go down to the judgment card from this area of your thoughts. You have the judgment card to the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you need to trust your judgment. I also feel like whatever this experience was, or is, because some of you I feel are currently in this experience, I feel like you need to look at how much you've learned, and you've gained the powers of judgment, is what this reading is kind of saying to me. So it's like now you're much better at judging. Even in your foundation, you have the Six of Pentacles, which is also judgment, by the way, because he's kind of like he's kind of weighing his options. The guy who is giving to the two people, he's like deciding how much to give. So it can represent that. It can represent, figuring out how much to give to a situation, whether it's love, business, or otherwise. I always say it's kind of like balancing. And that's really the only thing I'm getting here, is that you're in a much better position to balance your life, or you are much more balanced than you normally would be. So, I feel that this is like the return to balance for you, where you're like not overgiving. And I also feel like you're finding situations that are much more worth it. In the past, you have the Page of Cups. I do feel like some of you are moving past a love situation here. This has been coming up for you for like a while. That some of you had a difficult situation, or were dealing with like a liar, cheater, stealer type of energy here. I feel like it was just immature, energy. You even have that Judgment card. I feel like this person is very immature, and it's kind of funny that we go Six of Pentacles, like someone who breadcrumbed you, Judgment, to the Hermit. The Hermit on this card is still inside the coffin, That's not what the Hermit represents in the traditional tarot, but one thing I will tell you is that coffin imagery in the tarot, it represents like your old life. The coffin represents, being in your own life, especially in the Judgment card. Outside the coffin is your new life. This here is telling me that if you were dealing with a past person, even if they're trying to return, I feel like they are still in their old life. Like they are just never going to change. And, I really feel with these two cards here that you have maybe decided, or you just know that someone is always going to be the same. And so you have the Judgment card. I feel like you are calling judgment. This is coming up in your near future. And so in love, I feel like you're calling judgment on a situation. Literally, your next card is the Page of Pentacles, which tells me there's someone new coming in for you. It actually could be a Virgo, or just an earth sign in general, or someone with a lot of earth in their chart that's coming in for you. So, take it how it resonates. The other thing that I'm getting here is I feel like you're waking up to your true power. Again, it's like when I was younger, I woke up to this like that superpower of just being able to do a lot of things. And I don't know, I just always like looked at things as a lesson. So I know that doesn't sound sexy, but and it's like nobody wants to learn lessons, but I don't know, I was just always comfortable being uncomfortable at making those decisions, and just trying things and failing, and trying things that I didn't finish. But I also was able to say like, take the things that I learned. And it's like the other thing about being a dabbler like this, Capricorn, is it's like I know when I really want to do something because I do it forever. Like this channel. I've had this channel for over 8 years now. I've done it. I have never missed a week of posting, right? And I always get all the signs out every single week, and have for 8 years. So, it's like when I do something, I freaking hammer it. So, again, I feel like it's not that you're a dabbler. It's not that you can't finish the things that you start. It's just that maybe your heart isn't in something, or it's like the connection isn't there. And if you don't have more experiences, you're not going to discover the thing that you truly are connected to. And that's what this reading is really kind of saying to me. And you have the Page of Pentacles, card of education. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be learning quite a bit here with the Page of Pentacles. And I also feel, this is coming in over the next few months. So I feel for a lot of you, this area of the reading is the next few months. And I feel for a lot of you that there could be a new love connection coming in for you over the next few months. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the Ten of Swords. I mean, what I will say, this is all relationships, not just love. I feel like you're feeling disconnected right now from relationships. And what I will say is that based off the astrology, this doesn't really surprise me. We're going to have Venus retrograding in July, and that will be until the beginning of September. And, I don't know. I just feel like this Venus retrograde for you might be, we'll just call it independent, where, and again, we're not there yet. We don't have the Venus retrograde yet. We're only in the month of June. But, you could be in that energy of just kind of focusing on yourself, doing your own things. Ten of Swords is like something that's dead, done, over with. And, really it's a card of blessings. Normally the guy is dead on the card and he's making a symbol with his hands that represents a blessing. But I really feel you're looking for new blessings in the connections that you make. I also am getting moving for some of you as well. So, I would say between now and September, some of you could be moving, or now and the end of the year, we'll say. And I feel like, because this is coming up in your closest relationships, you could be making new relationships with people. And we're not just talking about love here. We're talking about, all relationships. In the area of your future feelings, you have the Hermit, pretty much everything that I just said, that you could be a hermit. And again, I actually don't see anything wrong with that here, Capricorn. The only challenge I see here is, you see how he's in his coffin holding that inner light? That light is his inner light, what he has discovered. But again, I always say the hermit needs to shine his inner light. He needs to share that with the world, but he's staying in the coffin. So, don't be afraid to, transition or make some sort of change in your life where maybe you feel more useful in work or business or, whatever area of your life. I feel like that's saying don't be afraid to, kind of display some sort of skill. At the end here, for your outcome, you have the Ten of Wands, which would be being burdened. I do feel like I personally don't look at the Ten of Wands as a bad card. To me, he's carrying his harvest. His home is in the background of the card. He's about to, have his harvest. That's the whole point of the card. Yes, he's burdened, but it's like anyone who's done anything great has been burdened until they have the accomplishment, right? So, really, I see this as you having some sort of accomplishment or you accomplishing something that you wanted to. So let's clarify. Again, contest rules down below in the pinned comment. So, make sure to leave a comment and sign up for that. But let's see here. With the Five of Cups and the King of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords. Definitely a victory. I also feel like someone could be coming in and telling you the truth because of this right here, King of Swords. If you had a King of Cups type of person in your life, I feel like this person could be turning you into the King of Swords. It's calling judgment on the situation. It's like, okay, now you tell me the truth, but you were basically a liar the entire time we were together or something like that. That's like what I'm getting here. I also feel like this is saying clearly the path to victory is, the Ace of Swords, and the path to victory for you is to do something that you're very connected to. Again, I feel that, as I was saying at the beginning of the reading, something disconnected. And there needs to be connection. With the King of Swords, world, an accomplishment, definitely some sort of accomplishment coming in for you. Also, your card, I feel like this is kind of proving to me that you are in the King of Swords energy. Doesn't matter what gender you are. I feel like you're just embracing that energy. In your foundation with the Six of Pentacles, you, again, show up here, Queen of Pentacles. You're like calling judgment. I feel like you're very, it's like you're very specific. No matter which way we go here, I feel like you're very specific about where you're putting your energy, who you're giving your energy to, what you're willing to invest in and, all that other stuff. So I really like this energy. I feel like you are in a judgmental energy, but it's not like you're being judgmental. That's not what I'm saying. I feel like you're just weighing things up. You're calling judgment, which is good. With the Judgment card, you have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles would be the fear of being left out in the cold. I always say with the Five of Pentacles, do not call attention to your weaknesses. I think that's the name of the game for the next 20 years. There are going to be a lot of reasons to not do what you want to do. It's maybe everybody thinks you're a nut because you have 900 ideas all the time, like me, right? But guess what? Your job is to not call attention to that. Your job is to say, look, I'm so abundant with ideas. That's, I think your job is to take everything and rephrase it, turn it around, do whatever you have to do. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords. Definitely could be a person who has their eye on you. So, if you're looking for love, it could be a person. Could be someone younger than you, or, I don't know, you might be the younger person here, or you are spying. I'm not sure. Are you totally focused on love right now? I'd say no. I think you're probably focused on your finances, or you could be more focused on, educating yourself with that Page of Pentacles as well. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is that, in-out energy. It is that energy of being a dabbler, right? Here's the thing about the Knight of Wands. He always reaches his goal. He always gets to the end. I always say that he's very spontaneous. He doesn't care how he accomplishes something. He's willing to be spontaneous to get there. So, again, it's no, it doesn't matter what you want to achieve. I feel like you will achieve it. It might not be how you think you will achieve it, but you will. I also feel like this could be the death of a player, not literally, obviously, but, you could be just ending this player-like situation, whatever's going on here, and moving on to something else, which is probably a good idea here, Capricorn. With the Hermit, you have the Three of Pentacles. Again, there is like something that you need to display to the world. It could be like a talent, gift, skill, or ability, or something that you do. Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. Again, the guy on the Three of Pentacles, he has built those pentacles above him, and he's done a good job. That's the whole point. This is also the card of like the icing on the cake. Normally there's a water triangle below the Three Pentacles, and that water triangle, it kind of represents the icing on the cake, doing something just a little bit extra, like going just a little bit above and beyond what you would normally do to be successful, just going just that like extra mile on something. So if you're doing any projects or working on a business, I feel like this is saying going the extra mile will be worth it. And finally, with the Ten of Wands, you have the Hierophant here. Could be a Taurus, definitely could be an Earth sign for those of you that want love, and it could lead to marriage in the future, of course. But I feel like outside the box thinking is needed right now. It's necessary. And Hierophant can represent inside the box. Hierophant can also, he is like the connection between the heavens and the earth. So he says that there's something you want to accomplish. Maybe it's going to require work, Ten of Wands, or it's going to require a little bit extra elbow grease, as I've been saying. But now we are in a time of elbow grease. We are in a time where squeaky wheel gets the grease, where we need to, put the grease in. So don't be afraid to loop things up. Don't be afraid to grease it up and make things slippery, right? Because if you do that, then you're going to be moving forward a lot faster in life. And that's exactly what I would do here. Pretty straightforward reading is what I would say to you here, Capricorn. So thank you for being here. Again, contest down below. Make sure to leave a comment, sign up at the link down below. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.